see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, no, no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ones. Take to the top on the base one. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not human, I ain't from another planet. I'ma teleport, might vanish. I'ma wake up, do damage. Jordan number 7, East Bordeaux. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
What is up, guys? Good morning, good morning. How are we? How are we? We are back. Oh, man. Guys, woo. Good times. Dominic, what's up, my man? Fluffy, what's going on? Toothpick. Pedro, S19 forever. Whatever you say, brother. Stormy, what's good as always? Dominic, did you hear about a person in AVE using retrained scripts? I did. I indeed did, yes. Yeah. We might get into that a little bit. You know, I heard Mag put out a video, I believe either late last night or early this morning, depending on where you're at in the world and time zone. But yes, I did hear about that. Have not had a chance to watch that video yet. So we might need to take a look at that. I did get some information regarding it though, and it does seem. So I mean, you guys, at least some of you guys, have obviously been in pretty much every single one of the streams this event and kind of seen firsthand what's been going on. You know, I haven't had anything. I've been streaming almost every day, with the exception of the one off day that I scheduled. That when I put my stream schedule out before the Paramount Cup started, I have, you know, kind of built-in off days or whatever. So I didn't stream that day, and I didn't stream one day when we were making some moves on the battlefield, because I didn't want to give AVE any opportunity to kind of see what we were doing. Not that it would have really, you know, made a difference. But anywho, it's weird because, and I've always, I mean, again, most of you guys have been a part of the stream, you know, this entire Paramount Cup, and you guys haven't seen me make any excuses. I know some people obviously are going to say I have, but most of you guys realize that there's been no excuses made. AVE's beat us straight up, and HBR. But you guys have also probably seen that their activity is like just beyond anything that I've ever seen in this game. I mean, if you think about it, in the last event, I'm sorry, 2 events ago, us and HBR safe zone 14, or basically safe zone 14 minus like 1 or 2 villages outside of their safe zone in a few hours, really. And AVE just body slammed us. And so we were all kind of sitting back like, what in the world is going on? Like, these dudes are on a different level. And if I don't have proof of something, then I'm not going to accuse somebody of something. That happens a lot in this game, but I'm not going to be a part of that. If I don't see proof, and I've had people ask me, I've had people DM me, they're like, hey man, is AVE cheating? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I have not seen anything, so as far as I know, they are not. Well, then there's apparently footage that has come out, and like I said, I know Mag got footage of something, and then I also have had somebody else send me some footage. It wasn't a YouTuber or anything like that. Somebody just did a screen recording, and apparently they've seen it happening with other bases on AVE2, where they're doing this auto-train script or something or other. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it works. I mean, I know like what I've been told on how it kind of operates, but I've never obviously firsthand done it. So that, I mean, that would explain if it is going on in AVE. First and foremost, AVE needs to be, I shouldn't say AVE because I doubt all of their players are doing that, but the ones that are doing that, they all need to be banned. Whether permanently, 30 days, 90 days, they all need to serve some kind of punishment. And there also needs to be some kind of repercussion within, in my opinion, within the Paramount Cup, right? Because who knows what would be going on right now on our battlefield if this does come out that AVE is doing this on a large scale, which, to be honest, it seems like that might be going on. But if it is happening on a large scale, then that's obviously completely swayed the battle in regards to us 24 and HBR. So that, you know, who knows? But all I know is that there is a like definitive video. It is going on with one of the whales in AVE for sure. This guy's tank was out of his base just sitting there, and a person in 24 was destroying the tank little by little, and he kept retraining his troop. He was not in the game. Let's see. This man got caught red-handed with the video proving I hope Lilith bans him or suspends him. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm good, Stormy. I'm good. How are you? Fluffy, good morning. Good morning. Tony, what's going on, brother? Tony, I did stream last night. I mean, last night for me anyway. I don't know what time it is for you, but yeah, last night for me. Mason, what's going on, my man? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Let me disable tags here if I have them on. Yes, I do. Yeah, Mask got choke slammed out last night by 27, man. That was so fun to watch. I was hyped up last night. Truly, that was a freaking blast to watch. I mean, they built their CC there, and they really haven't moved. Mass is doing what Mass does really well, which is form an ass load of ass load of RDAG, and then everybody just goes offline and they just park them at a bridge. But Mass is shitting himself right now, which is why they're building every backfilled village here that they possibly can, because they know. So Mass, funny story, Mass used their burn buff within about the first hour and a half. I think it was actually like an hour and 15 minutes. They used their burn buff last night. They made it 2 villages past the fort. Or 1 village past the fort, sorry. 1 village past the fort. That's so embarrassing. For being the king of the chat room, and for being they've been in the chat room though, like it's incredible. Like they are oblivious to anything. It's actually comical now, and I'm so glad that there's guys like me and guys like, I know Mags called him out a little bit. There's some other people that are finally, kind of calling them for what they are, and that not allowing them to just sit there and do that BS and get away with it. I mean, they are chat room warriors and nothing else. They got absolutely choke slammed last night by 21 and 27. And hell, HBR left them alone. HBR burned a couple 22 villages just to be a nuisance, but HBR did not, at first, send anything to the fight. They let them fight it out. They let them squabble. 2v2, straight up, fair fight. 2v2, baby. And Mask got fucking body slammed. All we'll do, have to look at the person's log history. Oh yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy on the back end of things. Yeah, it's very easy to see what's going on. So, yeah, I definitely think it needs to be. I think it needs to be looked into. It's. I've literally, and I'm being 100% genuinely honest when I say this, and there should no place for cheating. If you can't win fair and square, don't play. Like, it's as easy as that. I've never I'm speaking of me personally. I know account sharing goes on in every alliance or whatever, and account sharing's obviously not like super straight and narrow, but it's not, at least in my opinion, I guess it's not as bad as these scripts. I don't really know a whole lot about the scripts, how you get them, how they work. But I mean, if you can't win straight up, I mean, because again, AVE has been 24/7, man. And again, I'm not going to call anybody out without definitive proof, but seems to be definitive proof now. And obviously I've seen some stuff that's very, very sketchy. But I don't know how it all works, so I don't really feel like I've got the knowledge to, I guess, call somebody out. But based on what I'm hearing and learning now about this, like they're at least some of them. Again, I'm not going to say they all are, because I don't believe that for a second. But some of them are, and how many are, I mean, who knows? But I think AVE, I think it's coming out that AVE is quite a bit more overhyped than they actually should be. They're strong. They've got whales. Don't get me wrong, but they are not. If you took all of the other stuff out, I would be interested to see how good AVE actually really is. Because I'm thinking it's probably not what it seemed like so far, which is given 24 and 12 a bad rep, right? Because it's like, oh man, 1v2, you guys are getting throttled. Well, but if they're cheating, you know, so I don't know. There's a lot of negative repercussions to what they've done for not just really none for them at this moment. So that's where I think, you know, at least I'm going to push hard to have something done to AVE, or at least to that account specifically, because I know AVE is also, I know that guy that is in AVE that creates some content. He apparently, from my understanding, took a video of a base getting aggroed and submitted it to Lilith, saying that we're breaking the rules because somebody aggroed somebody else's base. I mean, it was a pretty pathetic attempt at trying to, I mean, like, really? How is aggroing a base cheating? And there's no, like, we have peace treaties with our allies. Like, what do you mean, buddy? But yeah, no, I know I'm personally going to be pushing hard for something to be done in regards to AVE for sure. They've been obviously getting progressively more toxic in chat. I've talked to a few of their guys, and the few that I have talked to have been very nice. But if they want to go down that rabbit hole, there's no place for cheating. If you can't win fair and square, don't play, and we'll just have it at that. Some of mass players are toxic, which I love, but they can't back it up. No, they can't back it up at all, which is why they're still in chat room. I don't think Lilith will ban people or selling well accounts or more whales. Well, so here's the thing. Selling accounts is actually not against the rules. That's a big misunderstanding. People don't actually take the time to read the rules, which is why everybody thinks that account selling is against the rules. It's not. They advise against account selling because they can't actually verify if the transaction is going to be legit, if there's going to be anybody getting scammed. So they advise against it, but they do not outright say it is not allowed. So no, account selling and buying is not against the rules. And I also know this for a fact because when I made the Starcrest account, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get anybody in trouble before I did it, because that didn't involve me directly. And while I do know Starcrest personally, I obviously didn't want to cause any issues where there wasn't any. And it's not against the rules. It is not against the rules to buy and sell accounts at all. But if you do buy an account, this is what they state in the rules. If you do buy an account and you do get scammed or whatever happens, Lilith is not responsible for that, and they also will not help you recover that account or get any of that information back. It's kind of like sell at your own discretion. Rob, I might be playing devil's advocate here, but every time I tune in, you're in the safe zone talking mad shit and throwing excuses all around. Okay, so that's a great... Let's talk about that, Rob. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but as you can see, if you don't know what a safe zone border is, this right here, you see my arrow right here? I want you to follow this arrow, okay? So all down the back line here, so this is, you see what I'm doing here, Rob? Are you following my arrow, buddy? All of this is a safe zone. You still following it, Robert? Okay, you seeing this? This is all, keep following it, keep with me. All right, I'm trying to go fast so you don't lose focus, okay? It's kind of getting a little sketchy with these bases here, but keep following me. You with me here, Rob? Okay, boom, all the way over. Okay, so that's the safe zone border, Rob. Okay, so you see all of this territory. Oh, there's an inactive village of ours there. All of this. This would be outside of the safe zone, Robert. So please tell me how we are in the safe zone when we have, or whether we have been safe zoned, because this is not in the safe zone. I don't understand. And I'm talking mad shit. Well, if you want to call facts shit, then okay, no problem. Thanks for tuning in, though, Robert. Thanks for proving my point. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're free to leave at any time, Robert. You are certainly not obligated to be here. You are more than welcome to be here, of course. I would love for you to stay. But, you know, my sympathy for trolls and people who have zero, I mean absolutely zero ability to objectively look at a situation, I've got zero patience for that. Does anybody know, by the way, has 22, I know when... I got done streaming, Mass had already used their safe, or not their safe zone, their burn buff. Has 22 also used theirs last night? Does anybody know? Can they confirm that or not? But if you want to go to first grade teacher mode, there's all these blue and purple pointers inside the safe zone, right? Yeah, so, okay, so that's great. I can see all of these blue and purple pointers. You're absolutely right. Oh, I also see some that are not in there too. Oh, here's mine. That's actually green too. Since we're talking about third grade colors, that's green. That's my base right there. I got burned actually recently, so that's where I landed. I'm certainly happy to drive out here if you would like. But yeah, no, I don't know. It just... You didn't say anything about the pointers. Your exact message was, I might be playing devil's advocate here, but every time I tune in, you were in the safe zone talking mad shit and throwing excuses. But we're not safe zoned. I don't know. Let's see. I wouldn't cause you to get caught one moment. Let's see. So, Sroby, if I'm understanding your message right, so there was a Rise of Kingdoms creator that put out a video pretty recently, actually. Attack an Alpaca in HBR sent me a link, and apparently what they're doing, I watched a little bit of the video. I need to watch the whole thing, but apparently what Lilith is doing, if I understood the little bit of the video that I was watching correctly, what Lilith is doing in Rise of Kingdoms, I don't know if they're doing this in other games yet or not, or if this is just kind of more of a test run for them, but they've basically implemented some kind of like account brokering feature within the Rise of, where they officially handle it, right? Where they'll handle the transaction, or somehow or another they'll handle the account and the information linked to the account. I don't know all the details. I need to go in and look at the actual video in full. But to me, that makes the most sense, right? Like, yes, Lilith is going to make a little bit of money, but at least it's going through an official channel, right? It's not just some backdoor, like, you know, account broker Facebook group that nobody knows who's who in there, right? Or some sketchy website, or all of the above. Because the thing is, right, is like people can link an email, a Facebook, an iTunes. So there's like multiple different ways you can link it. So just because somebody gives up the information for one of those doesn't mean they can't still access it via another, where Lilith would have the ability to kind of remove all of those linked features. So when a transaction does take place, the seller doesn't have the ability to recover the account at any point or in any way. To me, that seems more legitimate. I just don't see, like, people are going to sell and buy accounts regardless, right? So you might as well do it the safe way through an official channel. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. I mean, again, in a way, it's kind of good for the game, right? Like, now account sharing is a different conversation. That's an entirely different conversation. But somebody that's going to buy the account and actually play on the account themselves and continue to put money into the game, which is going to create a better gaming experience for all of us because they can continue to further develop the game. I don't know. To me, that makes sense. I don't see a problem with buying and selling accounts. Now, the sharing accounts, for sure, and the scripts and stuff, for sure. But buying an account and selling an account, I don't see the problem. Scruff, you know they haven't. Mass already used bubbles. Oh, Mass already used their bubbles, too? When did they use the bubbles, Scruff? So Roby, it's his point of view, Rob. You joined the channel. What do you expect to hear? Yeah, I mean, to your point, that's fair. But it's not like I'm making like a long form video here, right? Like this is a live stream. Like I'm not hiding anything. Like I'm not hiding any of the fights taking place, at least the ones that I'm able to see or know about. I'm not hiding what happened with us. I'm not doing anything. Like I don't know how much more transparent I can be. I've streamed all but like 2 days, or maybe 3 since the Paramount Cup started. So I don't. Sometimes a couple days I've streamed twice a day. So I mean I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, thanks for addressing the toxic vibe, Rob. No hard feeling, no hard feelings rather. But when you get, obviously, you know, you probably don't, nor is it your responsibility to. But when I have had a mass in 14 specifically, because I'm not toxic towards anybody else. Like truly, I'm really not. I mean, at least I don't feel like I am. The whole AVE thing, that was a question that was asked. That's not me just talking to talk about it. But yeah, man, I mean, I've had 14 and 19 in chats and in comments and stuff like that for months without me doing or saying a thing. And so, yeah, absolutely. To your credit, I will. Yeah, I absolutely got toxic, especially in my stream last night. No argument with that at all. Yeah, no argument at all with that. And I truthfully, I don't regret it a single bit. Mass has been jaw flapping at everybody for months and months and months. And when it came time to put their money where their mouth is, they got choke slammed. Ooh, wait, hold on, Fluffy. Is it? Wait, time goes back. That from where do you live? Fluffy? Like, are you in the States? Scruffy around 10 UTC, I think. Oh, dang. So, dang. So this is, oh, wait, am I looking at the right thing? Yeah, I am. So 22 has got a good CC position here. All roads connect here through this CC, and they've built all the way out the safe zone. So there's really nothing. So HBR essentially will just have to burn that 22 CC to stop them. So they basically kind of got insulated a little bit because this fort is basically acting as a second CC right now for 22, but that's only going to be there for basically another 1 day and 10 hours. And then so this CC is going to take well, they haven't used their burn reduction buff, so that's actually smart. That's really smart on 22's part because they're insulated right now on both access points in. So that's smart. They haven't used anything. What they'll do is after that fort opens, they'll use the burn buff. Almost guarantee it, because that CC will have a 15-hour-ish burn time on regular burn time. So after that fort, to kind of stall time even more, they'll lose the fort. When it opens back up, I almost guarantee it. I mean, anything's possible, but I almost guarantee it. So what they'll do is once they lose the fort, they'll hit the burn buff and they'll stall even more, because that'll turn this CC burn into about a 3-day burn. So, yeah, I was going to say, Dominic, okay, Fluffy, that makes sense. I was going to say, Dom, I didn't think daylight savings was until next Sunday for us here in the States. Yeah, I don't think much is actually happening elsewhere. Obviously, 14 kind of working into the middle of the map, as well as AVE are in phase 2 of the map. We've just been messing around and having some fun fighting 14 and AVE, which is, I mean, it's been fun. What's up, player? Dominic, I appreciate it, brother. Absolutely. Listen to my man Dom. If you haven't liked the stream already, definitely hit that like button. We appreciate you tremendously. Is Mass defending well? That's a good question. I mean, defending well, I mean, I guess, if you want to call it that. I mean, they've just parked everything at the CC here. I mean, they're also they've also got some troops by the 22 CC. Or bridge, sorry. The good thing about you guys is late to the new time. So for me, because I live in the central United States, and so for me, reset is currently 7 p.m. So for daylight savings, it will change to 6 p.m., which is actually worse for me. So Roby, have a good thing about you guys is late to the new time. NFL is a bit earlier on TV here in UK. I'm a Cowboys fan personally. I'm sure it's gonna get a lot of hate, but yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan. I grew up a Cowboys fan though. Once upon a time, I was big into all the fantasy football stuff. Like when I was in college, and then a little bit after college, I was that guy that was in 4 or 5 fantasy leagues, playing for money, doing all the things, and it was okay. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but I've just gotten too busy. So I don't do anything fantasy related, and I definitely don't watch games like I used to. I mean, if I catch a game every now and again, of course that's one thing, but for me, it's 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's probably better for you, I assume. What's up, Desert? Good stuff last night. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was on one a little bit. Brought the hype though. We gonna do it again. That stuff like that just fires me up, man. Like, I love it. But yeah, I don't know. Man, it's just one of those things, man. I was raised to never start a fight, but always finish a fight. I'm sure most of you guys can relate to that. And so when I see dudes like what I've seen going on, which now I know it's a game, right? Like some of these people are like that because they're on a phone screen, but they're probably not like that in real life. To be fair, they're probably decent human beings. But at least what I've seen, and some of them may not be. Some of them really may be a-holes like that in real life. I don't know. But it's nice whenever you can just see somebody that really deserves to get freaking served in real time. Is this? Yeah, I guess these are mostly mass. I haven't seen a lot. 22's been kind of around, but it looks like mostly mass. Yeah, mostly. I've always liked the Minnesota Vikings. That's a unique one. Not a lot of Not a lot of people say the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, sure, that people that are in that area do, but I've not ever heard a lot of people say the Minnesota Vikings. I like that. Colts. Yeah, Manning is a dude, that's for sure. You know, speaking of the Colts, I would now, you know, I actually appreciate why he did what he did, but I actually would have liked to see how good Andrew Luck would have been had he played through his you know, entire prime of his career. I mean, he was great. So it would have been fun to kind of watch him as he would have developed, but I you know, I respect him for, I mean, it's a business, right? And he understood the value of himself and his body, and yeah. Dingle, what's up, man? Yeah, man, doing good over here. Enjoying it, man. Having a good time, having some fights. This is the most fun in terms of Warpath that I've personally had in a very, very long time, and I think that's the case for most people here. So doing good, man. How about yourself? Everything good on your side? Yeah, so Peyton Manning played for the Broncos briefly after he played for the Colts. Most of his time was spent with the Colts, though. I'm with Sin now, left server 24. Which server is Sin in? Name, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Pleasure as always. Oh. Have you guys ever had one of those, like, where you, like, pop your neck and it feels so amazing that you, like, quite literally feel like a new person after it pops? Because that's what just happened right there. Oh, damn. Server 44. Wait, you can migrate? Or is that just like a new account that you're playing on, or a previous account that you've always played on and just focused on that one now? Seems like a big jump. Is server 44 even open for migration? Rashid, I'm following you and playing at the same time. I appreciate that. Fluffy, yes. Oh man, dude, it feels incredible. I go to the chiropractor typically like once a month, and man, oof. I'm sure you guys have seen some of the videos on like YouTube and stuff, like those shorts or whatever. It's like the crack addict videos where they put the microphone on them and you can listen to them get adjusted. That's my jam. I mean, S21, nice. Are you in the S21 Alliance as well here in the Paramount Cup? I've clicked my neck 3 times before. Felt so good. Oh, absolutely. Big fights going on. I see. Actually, who are not too crazy. Right now, it seems to just be a standoff at the moment. I think HBR is kind of doing the most amount of stuff right now, just in the sense of, oh, how did that guy get over there? He land there? Oh, yeah, he did. Looks like HBR's busy kind of burning through. But again, I think 22's playing this really smart. I mean, they are. Their CC's here, which is, I mean, all roads intersect into this CC. So, I mean, they're not getting through it anyway. Now, obviously, it is still smart for HBR to burn and clear all this out of here. But they're not too worried about it because they've got that CC protecting them right there. They've got a bridge stopping them from crossing. I mean, it's not stopping them. HBR could get across this. There's not a whole lot stopping them. Mass would jump in immediately, though. And they've got a big whale here, obviously, doing the policing of the bridge. So, no, 22's playing this really smart because they've also got their fort here as their kind of free CC, if you will. It's acting like a CC, and you can't build and burn through it for another 1 day, 10 hours. So, 22's good. 22's playing smart, man. Really. Looks like looks like maybe there might start being a little bit of a push here from 21, or maybe they're just chewing away at their reserves. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how much of how many of these players are online from Mass in 22, and I know 27 alone, but 27 and 21 absolutely have the Air Force to clear these fighters out. If they could clear those fighters out, they could just bomb the piss out of those artillery right there. Because I guarantee you most of those artillery HEs are offline. I guarantee it. This is what they always do. They form a shitload of artillery units and then go offline, and they just load them down at the bridge. I don't pop my fingers or neck or back. I don't like it. I do a lot, truthfully. Probably more than I should. But yeah, I've always done it, man, since I was just a kid. Pat, what happened to Mass? I remember the old times when they just dominated. A real question. Yeah, I want to be honest with you. I can't speak from firsthand experience because I'm not inside of Mass, so I don't know what things were like back then. I know when General Nan was running the show as their R5, that was when they were kind of at their most dominant. So they've obviously, to be fair to them, they have been hit with the Glory server tag at the same time as Server 14. So that's obviously created its own things for them in the sense of they can't bring in as many people as prior. So there's that. The next thing is they've had a bunch of inner alliance turmoil. And I mean, I've got some pictures of it all and stuff too, but like they had General Boom, who has since quit the game. He was their R5, and he was kind of who took over after Nan quit or left the game originally. And they were doing pretty good. And then Nan came back, and then from my understanding, there was some kind of conflict between Boom and Nan and some, I don't know all the details. I wasn't there firsthand. And then so Boom sold his account to somebody in Server 2. That's the last I heard. He quit the game. And then when Boom quit, Nan quit again. Nan's kind of resurfaced again. He's in actually Server 59, I was told. But then... and then Neto, or Neto, whatever his name is, took over and has been the R5. And I think there's been some conflict there as well. I don't know all the details, so I can't speak to it. But all I know is they are vastly more active in the chat room than on the battlefield. And that was proven last night. Wesley, what's up, man? How are you, brother? How's everything going for y'all? It's going okay. We haven't had the greatest event in the world for sure, but we're doing okay. We're having fun, which is making it okay. So we're having a lot of fun. Our allies are doing really good on this side of the map. So hopefully that'll give us the opportunity to kind of get back into the fold here in the next 5 or 6 days or so. So everything's good, man. How's everything been with you? Seems like it's been a while since we've talked. I think as a sign of how old you get, man, I'll tell you. Man, getting old scared the shit out of me. I won't lie about that. Well, the AG in there will be a pain. Yeah. Sorry for the yawning. Yeah, I mean, that's getting through this wall is going to be tough. But if you clear out the fighters and you start bombing them, that job gets a lot easier. But maybe they've got something else in mind. I don't know. Is anybody using MB anymore? Made the shift yesterday from MB to Heli as a main. I think that was a good shift. You still see some rolling around with an MB, yes, but not like it once was. The MB used to be the king and used to be the crown jewel of ground fighting, but no, not anymore, man. It's kind of a 50-50 split, it seems, between Heli and lights. Maybe more of like a 60-40 heli to light tank ratio, but there are a lot more light tanks becoming active on the battlefield, which is good. It's creating a little balance for the helicopter meta. Yeah, no worries, Pat. Sorry I couldn't give you kind of a clear-cut answer. I just don't want to speak incorrectly on something that I truthfully don't have all the facts about. That was more of just what I've observed kind of thing that might be the cause for them having issues, but next be Wells leave, they get replaced with other mass used to spam Hello Liberty bombers back then. Hella meta units now, I'm sure. Been good. Work has been crazy busy, plus doing our Cairo at the moment. Been taking up any free time, LOL. Other than that, I can't complain. It's sad this is the first I've been able to catch it. I'm glad things have been good, man. I'm really glad that you were able to come hang out, man. Haven't chatted with you in a bit, so definitely glad to hear things are going well. How's Cairo going for you guys? I know you guys probably just got that fired up. I would give 5% to infantry. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I mean, definitely infantry is becoming more and more relevant. Especially for tanking bases, man. Man, it is cold today. Yeah, especially for tanking bases, man. Man, I am not a cold weather guy, man. Summer's my jam, spring's my jam when it's warm and reasonable, but like, man, it's not even that bad outside. I'm just a wimp when it comes to the cold, but damn it, like it's like chilly to the bone today. Diamond Dragon HBR's me. Yeah, I've seen that thing. It's a rolling fortress, that's for sure. $38 seconds here. Let's see what the other burns look like. We'll go check on some. Oh, this build's almost done. We'll go see what some of the other battlefields look like too. I'm in Florida. Oh boy, I'm jealous of that. I am jealous of that. Hold on, let me see something in chat real quick, guys. Sorry. Oh no. Oh no. This guy this guy in HBR, man. HBR started popping off at Mass a little bit last night. And it was hilarious and well deserved on HBR's well deserved on Mass's part and long overdue from HBR. I was getting after it on him in chat too, but this guy said, Mass, you guys are the best builders. But after end of level 4, we go back to our server, so no need to cover all of the city. Oh man, that is hilarious. He's talking about them building all this out here. Oh man. Tell you what, people can be ruthless. People can be ruthless. Oh man. Death Wish, I hate the cold, and we get snow here in Idaho, and like, oh, count me out on that, brother. There's always drama in Warpath, a war game that feels like a soap opera sometimes. There is, man, there is, for sure. And we're all guilty of partaking, right? Like, it's nobody's innocent, but I mean, and on the other sense, right? Like a lot of times people get, some people take some things a little too personal that I feel like maybe probably don't warrant that. I don't know. It's all good, man. At the end of the day, it's all in good fun. I enjoy the game, man. It's fun. And I mean, you guys have heard me say before, I don't have a ton of experience playing other games, but I'm sure, just knowing how people in general are, I'm sure that there are equally as many, you know, scenarios with drama and toxicity in other games as there are. And Warpath is not the only game like that. I do know that much. Deathwish, come to the South. I need to. I mean, I'm technically, well, depending on who you ask, I'm in Arkansas, so it depends on who you ask. Some call it the South, some call it the Midwest, but right now, I certainly don't feel like the South. Wesley, yeah, Fort 2 just opened. Been a good back and forth at the moment, having some great fights so far, which is always nice. That's awesome, man. Really glad to hear that for you. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of the event. Yeah, oh yeah, I should probably check in HBO. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Hopefully we don't get that land glitch again. Okay, thank goodness. Wait, S7GS is against BL, all right. I'm in Louisiana and I'm ready for some cold, tired of all this heat and humidity. Interesting. Where do you live at in Louisiana, man? I actually played JUCO ball in Louisiana for a year. Man, I loved it too. I'll be honest with you. I loved it. I loved it. I never met a mean, angry, grumpy person there. Everybody was nice. Everybody would give you the shirt off their back if you needed it. I loved it, man. Looks like, who's this over here? TNT. So, near Shreveport. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. You wouldn't happen to be in Bossier, would you? Arkansas is the South, is the duck hunting capital. I bet on 24 to kill those Ravens. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean that probably wouldn't be too bad of a choice, to be fair. I haven't really kept up with the betting though. You're in Bossier? Oh shit, exactly where I'm at. Yeah, I know Bossier. That's where I was at, my man. I kind of had a feeling when you said near Shreveport. I figured you might have been in Bossier. Yeah, I played at Bossier Parish. Hardly anyone knows where it is, though. I have to say Shreveport normally, unless someone is familiar with the area. Yeah, Shreveport's definitely a recognizable big city for sure, man. I love that. I love that area. Bossier, you know, I'm glad I lived in Bossier because it was literally like, I mean, you could throw a baseball to Shreveport. It was so close, but it was kind of like the little nicer area, if you will. Did you really? Yeah, hell yeah. Go Cavs, man. No shit. Small world, man. That's incredible. When were you there? When did you go? You know, so you probably know this too since you went there, but not a lot of people realize this. Even though it is a 2-year, it's actually got the, at least it did when I was there. I'm assuming it still does, probably even more now, but it, there was enough student enrollment when I was there. I believe there's like 14,000 students enrolled, that if there was any on-campus living provided, it would have been considered a Division I based on just student volume size, which is kind of crazy for a 2-year. But yeah, man, it was a ton of fun. I mean, the school owned some apartment complexes off campus, so it was basically glorified and nicer student living. It was cool, man. It was a really unique setup. I loved it. I bet 3,000 tickets en masse for talking shit in chat, and it was correct. Made a shitload of tickets. That's hilarious. That is awesome. That is freaking awesome, Dominic. That actually just made my morning. That was awesome. Fluffy, yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. There was for being a 2-year, yeah. I was there from 17 and 18, got my associates. Yes, the size of BA is crazy. Honestly, it feels like a 4-year until you don't know what it is. If you don't know what it is. Yeah, absolutely, man. It was crazy. The camp is really nice, too. I mean, it's big, too. It's definitely like a small Division I. Let's see, I was there. So you were there right shortly after me. I was there. Let me think about this. I was there in 15. I was only there for the fall semester, though. I ended up actually getting hurt and having to have surgery on my shoulder. So after I had surgery, which I had surgery there in Louisiana, but I had to, I tore my labrum in my rotator cuff. So it was a pretty extensive rehab process. It was like, I don't know, I think it was like 7 months-ish to like fully rehabilitate it. So I actually ended up just moving home. So to get the rehab done. But yeah, man, I loved it. Man, if going into or like through high school, shortstop, and that's where I primarily played in college too. I did a little time at second base, but primarily shortstop for the most part. It's kind of just where I always have played. Then I transferred. Actually, the coach at the time, when I was there, they got a new AD who fired everybody, basically. And so I ended up transferring to a different school in Kansas and had a great time there. Got hurt again and called it quits. But yeah, that's funny, man. Small world. Would have not imagined that there would have been a fellow Cavalier here. Oh, MDC, wonder if they're still very active. Sorry to hear that, bro. Oh, no, it's all good, man. Everything happens for a reason, right? My fiance is getting her doctorate in physical therapy, so I get to talk to a lot of the guys who get injured. Always makes me feel bad for the ones who can't continue. Yeah, man, for sure. That's really cool, man. Good for your fiance. That's fantastic. She's definitely going to do very well for herself. Run low. Good old pay-to-win Warpath. Oh, man. Is there any other battlegrounds? Let's see. My man Alex is getting it done once again for BLR. I'm a big BLR guy. I'm a big Alex guy, kinda, so wherever Alex is at, I'm a big fan. Except for Mass, but he knows better than that. He ain't going to Mass. Yeah, that's facts, brother. Gotta get her making that money to feed this Warpath addiction. I love it, bro. I hear you, man. I freaking hear you. That's awesome. Tell G27 to not fight anymore on bridge. It's useless. Let ego behind. Doesn't count if master in safe zone or not. Or the bridge is like Thermopylae with 300 Spartans. They're already isolated at Thermopylae with 300 Spartans. That's funny. I guess we're getting that glitch again. Shit. Let's see if we're getting here too. Yeah, shit. All right, let's reset the game. BLR and S7GS have quite a bit of bad blood between each other. Yeah, to be fair, I don't have anything against S7 at all by any means. I don't really know who's in that alliance in particular, but I've always got along with guys in S7. I can't really say I've ever had an issue with anybody in S7, truly. But yeah. Like I said, I'm a big Alex guy, so wherever Alex is at, that's who I'm rooting for. Check if you can press scout, then... Oh, shoot. Okay, all right, I'll try that again. Thank you for the tip. They will lose a lot on the bridge. They have no... Yeah, I don't think they really care, to be honest with you. I think they're just kind of messing around with them. And once HBR can get behind them, they'll start to converge. They gotta let's see. Oh, what did I miss? Did I miss something? Oh, I guess I did. Huh. Well, we have got 6 days, 5 hours until the blockhouse in phase 3 opens up. They ain't worried about it. They got plenty, especially if they've already used that burn buff and that bubble. They ain't worried about it. Living the dream. Wife have a high-paying job and travels a lot. Plus 10 years younger. I will play Warpath for a long time. That's hilarious. That's so funny, guys. Same here. In last Cairo we had together. We've been friends since. Today from a normal gold part. Wait, today from a normal gold part, I got... Oh, wait, what? Wait, hold on. How... Oh, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? You want to come up here? Let's see if we get the dog involved. Hey, buddy. You want to come up here? You want to say hi? You come up here? Come up here, buddy. Come up here. Hey, can you say hi to the camera? Thank you. Hey, can you say hi to the camera? Oh, I got you wrapped around the cord, huh? I got you, buddy. Oh, I got you, buddy. Thank you. You want to lay down on my lap? Okay. Lay down on my lap, buddy. Yeah, I love you. Good boy. That's Henry. That's Henry. That's my best buddy right there. Yeah. That's my whole world right there. Fluffy, yeah. That's my buddy. I'd do anything for that little dude. dingle. Today, from a normal gold part, I got a plus. How? I'm not sure that's actually feasible, right? Because it would be, there's no way to craft a double perfect part, I don't think. At least I've never seen it done. I guess that doesn't mean it's impossible, but I mean, you can craft a perfect part, but if it's normal gold and it crafts perfect, that would take it up 1 to a gold plus. I've never seen somebody be able to jump from a standard gold to a gold plus in one craft. General, what's up, man? That's a goal, working a lot, putting her through school so she can return the favor when she graduates. I can play Warpath. Yeah, exactly. And hey, here's the thing too, Wes. You can kind of justify it even more because you can tell her, hey, look, man, like one of my buddies is a ex-cav with me, right? Like, so there's the connection there. We can justify that. We can justify that. I'll help you out. No problem with that. You can have it jump. I swear it can happen. I mean, hey, man, if again, I've never seen it happen, but that doesn't automatically mean it's not possible. So, interesting. I'll see if I can look into that a little bit more. Bye-bye, Mass Airport. Yep. Wave bye. Bye. They've got one village remaining there, and I don't anticipate HBR is going to let them land there and stay alive for very long if they even try to do that. So, gotta support the Cav Nation, Howard Potter. I love that, man. That's funny. Man, what a small world, though. I cannot believe that. That is incredible. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought? That's cool, man. Well, equally, that goes back both ways, my man. If there's ever anything I can do for you, I'm available. I am available to you. Nothing much. 15k kills done. 15 kills day 1 of our Cairo. I went to sleep way too early last night. 15k kills. That's nice. Good for you, man. That's a lot. Got a big chunk of your missions already knocked out there. Elmo, your live notification only now shot through BLR Discord. Yeah, man. Sometimes that's like the YouTube bot and stuff. It's a little bit delayed, I think. Yeah, so Stormy, I know what you mean by that. You're saying all my gold plus parts were gold plus parts that jumped. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's just crafting a perfect part, and it kind of jumps to that next tier. I guess maybe I just misunderstood your last message when you said I had a standard gold part and it crafted to a gold plus. That would be 2 jumps, not 1. So did I just misunderstand that? Still a lot of 22 land to burn through, but HBR can definitely handle 22 one-on-one. Yeah, for sure. And 22 hasn't used their burn buff yet, which is smart on their part, and they won't. If they are playing this as strategically smart as possible, they won't use it until after those forts open. They may let the CC burn run down a little bit and then pop it. I don't know. If HBR can keep the pressure up on them on that CC, that would be good. So, yeah. All things considering, though, like, I have no issue with 22. I mean, they got obviously stuck with 19 and 14, kind of out of necessity, so to speak. But 22's always seemed to always be nice. They've got some good guys over there. I've talked to, I think Cactus King, I believe is his name. He's like kind of one of their main leadership guys. He's a nice guy. At least from the interactions I've had with him, he's always seemed to be a nice guy. Aries, yeah. So, no, I'm not going to show, moving forward, I've thought about this. I'm not actually going to show rankings anymore because it's going to keep you guys guessing on what the old spin buff is. All right, Aries, I'm cool with the question 100%, but yeah, the spamming has got to stop. If you don't, if you keep spamming it, then I'm going to stop you from chatting, okay? And I don't want to do that. I've never done that to literally a single person in the YouTube chat, so please don't be the first. Two jumps can happen? Interesting. I've never seen that. Wesley, honestly crazy. I found a stranger on YouTube playing a game I enjoy so much and become a member. Turns out that I attended the same JUCO I attended. Crazy. That's man, it is, man. That's why. And it's crazy that we barely missed each other. Barely. I was there in 15. You were there in 17. I mean, we barely missed you. It's wild, man. That's cool, though. So Roby, I will always support great content. Like, I appreciate that, man. Truly means the world to me. Somebody once said to me that we are all just a couple of links away from a famous person still waiting to link up with Katy Perry. You know, I know what you're talking about. I saw something or heard something one time that said, anybody you meet in this world, anybody you meet from anywhere in the world, whether you know them or not, you were only 3 connections apart from each other. So you can make some form of mutual connection with them from 3 of your personal connections, which is scary. All right, Aries. I asked you not to do it again. I was trying to be cool, but that's not going to work. So you're out of here. Mass hired the Russian. Oh my, no comment. Well, watch you respawn. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Wouldn't be able to do it without you guys, though, that's for sure. You just want anything from McDonald's? I'm still hungry. Or I'm hungry still. Oh, man. First time for everything, even the dreaded banner. Man, true. I don't like doing that stuff, though, man. Like, I don't like doing it, man. If people are just reasonable, man, you don't even, hell, I've got people come in here and troll me. I don't do that, man. Like, everybody's free to talk. Everybody's free to have their own opinion. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I have to say. But as long as you're being all right, I'm not going to boot you out of here. But when you're spamming it like that, after you've been asked to stop, what just happened? Are you talking about the guy that I booted out of here, Dom? Death wish you need to some kind of live stuff after the cup is over, forgetting to jump in and play Do you need to do some kind of live stuff after the cup is over? What do you mean? Like just more live streams? Or are you talking about something like entirely different in general? Yeah, so that Aries guy, Dom, was kept spamming see the ranking, like multiple times, and like I caught on to it, and a couple other people were like, hey man, don't spam, or somebody said that. And so I asked him, I'm like, hey man, like I've never kicked anybody out of here, like please stop spamming, don't be the first to get booted. I told him why I wasn't going to show the rankings, and he still said it again. So I wonder where Dr. M is at for G27. I saw him yesterday during the big fight. I'm sure he's probably not very far from the front line. It's hard to keep track of bases, to be fair. I know within like the first 20 minutes, G27 entered in here. Mass attempted to enter in here. They built this village and started to build the one across, and it got burned out quick. But yeah, within the first like 20-ish minutes, G27 just built a freaking wall right there and said no farther. Will you remove the censor thing after the parent? That's a good question. Okay, first going back to your question, Soroba. Yeah, I'll continue to do live streams. Absolutely, for sure. No, I enjoy doing this, man. Like this is like, will I do it at the frequency of the Paramount Cup? I don't know. I'm not gonna say no. Anything's possible, but I'm not gonna make you guys a false promise either. I don't know. We'll have to just see what's in store for us. Probably with Rome being a new map, yeah, probably. I'll definitely have a lot more coming. To your question, name, will I remove the censors? That's a good question. I will probably for like less serious events, if you will. I mean, obviously all of them are taken serious, but yeah, probably. But like the chat one will probably always stay. That one's a good one to cover. I was not very diligent about that for a long time. But yeah, I'll probably keep that covered up. The chords one will probably come down. That's just mainly for the Paramount Cup, at least as of the moment. And the resources are probably just for the Paramount Cup, to be fair. Yeah, and Lilith made an option to remove tags, which has made streaming so much easier. I mean, so much easier. It's been so nice. Gameplay, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming to hang out. G27 is scary with their power and activity, LOL, and that's coming from someone in S27. Oh, yeah, they're good, man. They're really good. And on paper, Mass is stronger than G27. So. Let's see. I found a YouTuber who's in 22 last night. I know Cuban Gang's in 22 and he does stuff. Is that who you're talking about, or is there somebody else that I'm unaware of? Mass has the best strategist. put artillery on bridge and logs off. That's exactly right. It's what they do. It's what they do all the time. Yeah, I like Cuban. Cuban's a good guy. Interesting story. Cuban and I go back a ways. Him and I actually both started out on server 13, interestingly enough. So that was both our original servers. So yeah, I like Cuban. Cuban's a good guy, man. He's a good dude. Name, like, can you design something like follower death wish there instead of the gray annoying to look at? That's actually a good suggestion. Yeah, I'm sure I can do something like that. Let me ponder on that for sure. I mean, there's nothing that's obviously, unfortunately, going to be done in time now. But yeah, no, I'm happy to do that. It's a good suggestion. General Ghost from ABE was talking to him during the live stream. Oh, nice. Nice dog. I have 2 doggo. Nice. Yeah, he's a micro Australian Shepherd. He's my buddy. He is my buddy. Yeah, I'm going to start being more diligent about showing rankings because I always forget that people are interested more in the buff, actually, so they mask it by asking, oh, what's the repute ranking or whatever. And some people are being genuine, obviously, but some are, I've caught on, they're just trying to see the buff. And so as a little bit of extra security for my alliance, I am not going to show that anymore on stream, at least not for the Paramount Cup. I'm at next level 4 or later. Yeah, absolutely, Name. No, I agree with you, man. That little gray box there it was more of just a band-aid than anything, if you will. So yeah, I agree with you. We'll definitely looking to get that fixed. Or getting something not fixed, but getting something more appealing, if you will. G27 creeping forward. Yeah, they are. I want to get that. Well, I mean, here's the thing. They got to get that CC burn, because if they don't get that CC burn, because Mass has already used their burn buff. 22's in a better spot, truly, than Mass, because they're kind of insulated for the time being, but 27 has to burn that CC, period, because that fort opens. That CC burn is going to take about 15 hours. That's if Mass doesn't contest it to try to heal it at all. So that's going to give them, which we know Mass is going to obviously drop in and try to contest and heal it. So they're going to have to get that thing burnt sooner rather than later, so that way they can get to that fort. Because if they don't burn that CC out, they ain't getting that fort. What G27 really needs to do is smoke those damn fighters, because there's not that many of them. And the G27 Air Force is better than 19s. And they can drop those and just bomb them. Bomb the hell out of them. Let's see this Wild Western duel here. Oh. All right. That did not go well. Just one arty at a time, baby. One arty at a time. ATG, he's going to try to get in range of these fighters, start lighting them up. And that's the thing. If these groups are, in fact, offline, he ain't getting in range now, that's for sure. These individual units you see are just actual individual players. Maybe G27 is just trying to clear out the arty build-up so they can clear out the ATG, and then they're going to go in and smoke their fighter. Man, I wish I could get my fighter over there to help, truly. Let's see. Do we have anybody rolling groups right now? Got a few open. Units at Northbridge is online. All right, fantastic. Well, G27, you heard it here first. The units on the front line are online. Here we go. What do you guys think about this new mortar howitzer skin, that red skin? You guys like that or not so much? I personally, I don't have a mortar howitzer, but I think the other one looks a little better. Or I shouldn't say better, maybe a little more realistic. Yeah. G27, yeah, they don't care. They can buy reserves back, but they're just going to slowly start chipping away, which is not, that's smart. They're just going to try to go one artillery at a time and just whack them down. Weed whack them things, you know? Yeah, get that. Get that weed, whack that shit. I mean, they took a few out of there. Obviously, lost more than they took on that push, but they did okay. Well, that looks like what happens to my rocket launcher when I try to send that out. What's up, Sky? I remember G27 were babies and we fought them over and over again. Yeah, after they had that big migration from into 27 from other servers, they've gotten strong. Just made a modern martyr bomber. I like the martyr bomber. Dominic, that's a great question. So after I got to originally VIP 15, then I started saving my gold and just buying items that were, worthy in the VIP store. But then after the 5.0 update with modern units, I got to VIP 18. I was pumping all my gold into VIP to get to VIP 18, because at VIP 18, that's when I got the second Air Force refined component every week. And then after VIP 18, then I went back to just saving my gold again, and putting that gold into items in the VIP store every week. So, yeah, that's kind of how I prioritized it. So if you're, let's see, you're VIP 17, that also depends on how serious you are in investing in Air Force. Obviously, you guys know that I went all in on Air Force right away, which is why I really pushed for that second Air Force refined component. If Air Force is not a big focus for you guys, and I wouldn't. Man, at VIP 17, I think you're probably all right. VIP 18 is, at least you have the option if you wanted to get that second one, but if Air Force isn't a focus, I wouldn't mess with it too much. VIP 15 is where I'd stop making all my gold contributions into VIP. Tomorrow, that's true. That's true, Joan. That's true. Tomorrow, the weather's in your favor. But I think G27 still got the muscle. I don't know, man. That's gonna be a tough call for them. That couldn't have really happened on a worse night, but Mass has already used the bubbles, so that's at least helpful. You want to put the bubbles on top of that bad weather. Ooh, shoot. Let's see. Rindy. show the officer you're using. Okay. I'll put that on screen while we watch this duel here. It's kind of my unit setup now. Take my 9.2 rocket launcher with a grain of salt. I'm just doing that because I was kind of doing some testing, if you will, not actual like officer testing. I just wanted to mess around with it a little bit. And to be perfectly honest, it has not been going well at all. So the rocket launcher is still not a great unit, in my opinion, at all. I just wanted to try to use it in a little bit different of a way to see if I could make it any more viable. And so far, I haven't really been successful with it. So I'm definitely going to be pushing everything back into that arty. I just haven't done it yet. Zoom out here a little bit. Looks like Mass has brought in some helicopters into the mix. Man, I would love to get my fighter in that mix right there, man. Gosh, dang it, that looks so fun. There you go. G-27, start unit at Air Force now. That's the key. Clear out the skies, send the bombers. Oh, yeah. 004. That's Jaeger's old account right there. Light him up, big boy. Mass sale. I guess somebody's selling their account. It's an interesting name. Best officer for light tank? I mean, depends what you have, right? I mean, I like Golden Eagle and Valkyrie, but Valkyrie's obviously got a little bit of an advantage on a heli in particular. But I don't know. You could do Lady Justice, especially with her speed buff for your unit and speed reduction for the enemy unit. You know, that's good for tracking reserves or, you know, hunting down helicopters or whatever. So the light, I mean, I'd probably, if it was me, I'd probably do Lady Justice and Golden Eagle, truthfully. Golden Eagle because you're going to get a little bit more of damage coefficient. Oh man, it looks like we're back to the standoff. All right, guys, I am going to shut it down. I am going to grab some lunch. I am getting hungry. Want to make sure I got on here, hung out with you guys for a little bit. As always, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out on the stream with me. If you guys, of course, haven't already liked the stream, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to do that. We would love it. Helps the channel out tremendously. Love you guys. I'm going to be going to a Halloween party tonight. Hopefully you guys have got some fun things planned too. We'll be back at it again tomorrow once again. So love you guys. Thank you guys for the continued support. And we will talk to you all very soon.